A beautiful 22-year-old nursing student in Georgia, beautiful, beautiful girl. I spoke with her parents yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful person. Laken Riley was barbarically attacked while she was out on a morning run. She wanted to keep herself in great shape. Beautiful person. She was brutally assaulted, horrifically beaten, kidnapped, and savagely murdered, almost beyond recognition. Almost beyond, think of it, almost beyond recognition. The monster charged in her death is an illegal alien migrant who was led into our country and released into our communities by crooked Joe Biden. Wouldn't have come in because we had a very tough policy on, especially the criminals. We were watching them all. We had the safest border in the history of our country. Now we have the worst border in the history of the world. We mourn this terrible loss, and we send our love to Laken's family. I spoke with the mother and the father. The devastation is just like incredible. What can you say? You know, it's hard to talk to people. They've just been devastated. The thing that the person, the element of life that they love the most was just taken away from them, taken away. Maybe in heaven they meet again, maybe in heaven. But other than that, there's no hope of ever seeing her again. And she was beautiful. The mother said, oh, she was such a good student. She was the best nurse in her class. She was going to be a great nurse. I said, I know. So devastating. Had the funeral, and it's just, they can never be the same. Just last month in suburban Maryland, outside Washington, D.C., a 2-year-old boy was out walking with his mother in a public park when they were caught in the crossfire of a gun battle between two vicious thugs. That 2-year-old boy was struck. A bullet struck him in a very bad location. The illegal alien migrant charged with his murder had been previously arrested multiple times by different police forces and released every time under Montgomery County, Maryland sanctuary law, very liberal laws in Montgomery County, as you probably know. His murder is blood in the hands of Joe Biden and every Democrat who fought to preserve sanctuary cities. They're very dangerous. They're very bad, very bad. In Washington, D.C. last month, 3 Metropolitan police officers were savagely shot and gravely wounded by an illegal alien barricaded in an apartment, shot him, and just surprise attack. And you know, 3 weeks ago, a young man who worked for me in the White House, fantastic young man, was carjacked, and rather than saying, get out of your car, he just shot him right through the head and killed him almost instantly, died the following day. Great person. Everybody that was in my administration, they loved him. The wife, the family. The wife was walking to the car. He was picking up the wife where she worked, and this guy came up, wanted the car, and shot him, and he died right in front of the wife. And this is our capital. We're going to change it. We're going to change it around. We're going to be so tough. And last year, a sadistic illegal alien released by crooked Joe Biden was arrested for raping an 11-year-old girl in Texas and strangling her to death after knocking on the door of her home. Her father later discovered her body badly beaten and stuffed under her bed. The father came home and found her like that. No one more innocent. We're not going to have one more innocent American life. It just can't, we can't let this go on. Migrant crime is going to be at a level that we've never seen crime before. We have bad crime, but now you can add this to it. They've let 15 million people, I'll tell you, that's what I think the number is, and I think it's going to be 18 million by the time we get the worst president in our history out of office. This is why a central question in this election is whether the foreign armies of Joe Biden is smuggled across our border. He's letting armies of people come in, military age. They smuggle them across our border. They walk into our border. They don't even have to smuggle anymore. For a while, they were smuggling. Now they're not smuggling. They just walk across and do whatever they want. We are not going to allow them to stay in our country. We don't want to see what's going on. Why is it? We're going to get them out. We're going to take them out, get out and go home. But we're going to, if we have to, we're going to get them home. Or we're going to have to do worse than that. I don't want to fill up our prisons. I don't want to fill up our prisons. You know, our prisons are already full with other people's prisoners. You have to see the